Hi everybody, it's Michelle with Little Acorn Handcrafts, and I got a nice surprise today and had a delivery from Michael's. So I know I keep saying I don't need any more yarn, but I actually did need one of the almond yarns to work on a blanket that I've shared previously. And because I was ordering from Michael's and it was a sale week for yarn, I took that opportunity to order some of the Lion Brand Heartland yarns that they carry, um, that I do not currently have the colors of. So in my yarn stash, I like to have at least two or three of colors that I might use so that I can grab them and put them together with other colors and decide what I want to use in a project. And I have a whole list of each of the yarns that I don't have currently. And some of them I leave like in my Lion Brand cart so that when they're having a really good sale that includes that particular yarn, I might go ahead and order that. But Michael's starting price for the Heartland yarn is actually lower than the Lion Brand starting price. So this Heartland yarn is $7.49 a skein at Lion Brand, and at Michael's, it starts at $5.99. Now, sometimes the sales at Lion Brand make it less expensive than the Michael's sales. But it just so happened that when I was ordering, I think yarn was 25% off at Michael's. And so it dropped the $6 down. And that was lower than the cost at Lion Brand at that moment. But Lion Brand was also having a sale, and I can't remember what the percentage off was, but I did order some from them as well. It just hasn't come. And what I did was they don't necessarily carry the same colors, so you can't get all of the colors at Michael's for that price, just the colors that they carry. So I ordered the colors that they carry from Michael's, and the rest of them I ordered from Lion Brand to have on hand. So those will be coming. And I know my yarn wall behind me looks really full, but I do have another one across the room, and I've taken some things out of that to work on projects. And then because my subscriber count has jumped up quite a bit in the last, I don't know, probably week, I've decided that I am going to do a yarn giveaway. And I'm not going to pre-select what those yarns are once we have the person chosen who wins at that point. And there will be a big announcement, a special video for that, so don't worry about missing out on that. But I will contact that person and find out, what kind of weights of yarns they like to work with, if they are drawn to certain colors and things. And I am going to clear something out of my stash. And I always think it's fun to have like a surprise. That's why I buy the surprise bags. But to get, just a box full of yarn that you weren't expecting. So I think that'll be fun to do. All right. The first thing right on top is the yarn that I needed to finish the the giant granny square blanket that I'm making with the Lion Brand Wool Ease Thick and Quick. If you recall, using the barley for some of the squares, and then also this color. So this color is the toasted almond, and it's actually a black with a couple different colors of brown in it. So the squares are going to alternate between the barley color, which is kind of a chocolatey brown, and this color, and then the border and the yarn that I'm using to connect the squares is the oatmeal. It's the oatmeal color in the woolies. So I did probably buy too much of this. It seems like it takes about a skein and a bit to make a square in this color. These skeins actually are 87 yards, which is a little bit smaller or shorter than I think I can tell you, the barley, which is right here, you can see visibly is larger, but it is 106 yards. So there is more yarn here, and it for this color of the square, it takes just about the whole skein. So I did over order probably in the toasted almond, but I like the color. It's really pretty. So it's okay if we have a few extra. So then all the rest of this yarn is this Heartland color. This color is called Hot Springs, and it's purple. And if you look really close, you can see it is like purple and black mixed together. These are 100% acrylic yarns. See the yardage, it's a 4-weight, and there's 251 yards in each of these skeins. So I got 2, possibly 3, yep, 3 of those to have. So this is a color, again, that I didn't have in my stash. Then I also got this Canyon Lands color. Same yardage, 251 yards, and I bought 3 of those. And Redwood, which I just really like the look of this. This is red, and it has, I would guess maybe it's charcoal. It could be black maybe, but it's not as prevalent as it is in the purple. But again, it just gives it some depth. Really looks cool. And, well, I'll never be able to say it. Maybe Cuyahoga Valley is this color, and it's almost like a jewel green, but also has either that charcoal or black in it. That's really pretty too. And I bought 3 of those. And then, last but not least, I got 2 of these. This is called Joshua Tree, and it's an olive green. And I'm not sure if I see something darker in there. It might even be a brown. But that deeper tone in all of these really just kind of provides some depth to the color. They're really rich looking. Look really cool mixed together. So that's really it for now. There is 2 more of these in here, but I have shared this yarn before. This is the oatmeal color. I just need a little bit more to be able to securely finish my blanket. So we'll be showing that probably, I would guess, early next week. I bet I have time to finish this over the weekend because I did go ahead and make up all of the barley colored squares. So it won't be much to wrapping that one up. It's a quick make because of the size of the woolies that can quick. But that's it for today. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Make something beautiful. Bye.